Hi, Tiffany. Welcome back to my planet. Hi, how are you? How have you been, Tiffany? Today we have my most anticipated horror for 2025. The rest of the year, rather. Because like half the year basically is gone. Also, half the year is gone and I have read so little, bro. Like last year sucked in terms of reading. This year, bro? This year is straight up bollocks. Straight up absolute balls. Hoping to get all of these books and eventually read them. Although, like I said, this year has not been like kind to me in terms of how much I'm reading. Like literally I've spent the last like 5 days just like watching BL. Honestly, I think it's because my depression is like coming back. It's not great. It's really not great. But anyway, first of all, Tiffany, we have to talk about our sponsor, which is Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform to help you succeed with your website needs. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you have like a store. Maybe you want to start a blog. Maybe you want to create a website dedicated to me and how much you love me. Squarespace has everything that you could possibly need for any of those things. I hope you do make a website for me because that would be actually kind of cute. Anyway, I am making a website on Squarespace and can I tell you, it's like so easy, so fun, so lemony fresh. I'm making a website for my patrons where they can access all of my readathon material so that it's a bit more interactive than what it already is on Patreon. And the process of making my website was so stinking easy. One thing I think people don't know about Squarespace is that on Squarespace, you can also sell your content. Squarespace makes it easy to create members only content for your community. Monetize your content by selling access to online courses, blogs, videos, memberships, anything that you can think of. By gating your content behind a paywall, simply set the price and choose whether to charge one-time fee or a subscription access. You can also use Squarespace for donations. This again is something that I feel like people don't know. Fundraise directly on your website and grow your impact with built-in donation tools. Create a professional on-brand website that makes it easy to accept one-time or reoccurring contributions. With built-in email campaigns and marketing tools, you can connect with your community and inspire more people to support your cause. There's so many different ways to use Squarespace, and it's like one of the many reasons why I love them so much. It's literally for everyone and anyone. If you're interested in checking out Squarespace, go to the link in the description, sign up for a free trial, okay? And when you're ready to launch your beautiful, squeaky clean website, simply use code JordaLineReads to get 10% off your website or domain. Once again, go to squarespace.com/JordaLineReads or click the link in the description. Start a free trial, make your beautiful website, and when you're ready to launch it, just use code JordaLineReads for 10% off your website or domain. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Let's talk about the books. I've also organized these by date. So we're going to start with the one that's coming out next and then, of course, move on throughout the calendar. Let me know also in the comments down below if you have any other books that you're interested in that I haven't mentioned. I need to know. Like if you think there's a horror book that you're like, Jordaline, I think would love that, you need to let me know about it. Legally, sexually. The first book we're going to talk about is The Library at Helibor. I think that's how it's pronounced, by Cassandra Khaw. I have been so excited for this book. I honestly actually emailed Tor and I was like, baby Tor, daddy Tor, please give me a copy of this book. And they were like, for sure. And then they never did, which I think is kind of rude. But anyway, they literally forgot about me, but it's fine. Because I know that daddy is like really busy publishing books. If you're like, Jordaline, what is this about? Let me tell you, this is about this place called Helibor, which is like a university, right? It's an institute. And it's not just like your everyday, ordinary kind of institute. It's the kind of place where antichrists and apocalypse makers and Ragnaroks go. So this isn't for like Sally, Steve, and Betty. This is for the fucking devil. This is for his devilish shit. That's the thing too about Helibor. It's like, hey, we're a cool university. Everything will be totally freaking normal and fine for you after you graduate. Don't even worry about it. That's what they tell Alessa when they fucking kidnap her. What? What did I say? Kidnap her? That's what they tell her when they kidnap her. So Alessa's kidnapped and she goes to the graduation ceremony at Helibor, and guess what? The teachers start eating everyone. The teachers are on everybody's flesh, and it's not a good vibe. So Alyssa and a few of her classmates are like hiding. They're like, we're not gonna be eaten, it's fine. But then the teachers are like, you guys need to give us a human sacrifice every day, otherwise we'll kill you. We'll kill all of you. It says, can they band together and survive, or will the faculty eat its fill? Ooh. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So excited for this. This comes out in July, by the way. July 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, which is 2 days after my birthday. In case anybody wanted to know, my birthday's in July 20th. Mark your calendars, Tiffany. Don't you dare forget it. I know that a lot of people did not like her other book that I cannot remember the title of. It was the one with the creepy woman on the cover. I loved that novella. Nobody else liked it. So I have really high hopes for this. I'm hoping it's gonna be stunning and gory and beautiful. Just like me. So this next book is one that I haven't heard of until recently. I saw it and I was like, what is this? And when I read the synopsis, it gave me gay vibes. It gave me Rebecca vibes. I need it. This is House of Beth by Carrie Cullen. House of Beth is about this woman. She breaks up with her girlfriend, or her girlfriend breaks up with her. But then she meets this dude. They're like literally perfect together. Like they are like this, in sync. She goes to live with him in his like big fancy fucking house. And she's still kind of like haunted by like her ex-girlfriend. She still kind of has like a little bit of feelings. So she's still grappling with the breakup. But then she also has harmful OCD where she has like these images of like gore and violence in her head. And so all of this is happening. And then also there's Beth. Beth was the ex-wife of her now partner. Beth's shadow is looming over this building. Beth's shadow covers everything. And our main character finds it really difficult, kind of stifling, because she's like, how can I live up to Beth, who was the better partner? But Beth is dead, by the way. Soon, Cassie starts hearing a voice narrating the house's secrets. That's really creepy. This mysterious presence grows stronger, guiding Cassie down a path to uncover the truth about Beth's untimely death. I think the husband killed Beth. Anyway, I'm so excited for this. Like, it's kind of giving like heteronormativity. It's kind of giving like Rebecca. I've never read Rebecca. And I know I'm like a bad person for that. I know I'm the worst. I've never read Rebecca. I really want to. I've always wanted to. It's just like, it's like one of those books where it's like, it's kind of daunting. You know what I mean? So this one comes out July 15th, 2025. So I guess this wasn't in order. But either way, it comes out 5 days before my birthday. I'm just going to keep reminding you, Tiffany, that my birthday is on July 20th. I just need you to know. Let's talk about Black Flame by Gretchen Felker Martin. I'm, once again, so excited for this. This comes out August 5th, about 15 days after my birthday. First of all, the cover, Gretchen. How dare you? Who gave you the right to literally turn me on like this? Which is kind of weird to say because it's like kind of horrifying. Anyway, we're following this girl named Ellen. Ellen is a lesbo. Okay, she's a little bit lesy. She likes girls, but while she's a lesbian, she's also deeply closeted. She's so far back into that closet, you can't even see her. Ellen is a lesbian and deeply closeted, but she's also a film restorationer. She's a film restorationer. So these German people, these academics approach her and they're like, we have this film that like has been lost to time and we want you to like restore it or whatever, because it's like an exploitation film. I feel like it's one of those things where people were talking about it. It was like a folklore. It was like a myth. Then actually it's like real. So they're like, can you do this? And she's like, I'd love to. But like in working on this film, she's just reminded so much of like how gay she is. She's restoring this film and she's being like, I'm so fucking gay, bro. Like I'm a freaking homo. The more she works on the restoration, the more obsessed she becomes over its depiction of occult practices and queer debauchery. And so as she's working on this, she's starting to realize that it's not even just like a fictional film. It's like a real thing. These things like actually happened and they're also happening to her. I don't know what that last part means. I don't know what they mean by it's happening to her. Like, I don't know. Like, because when they say exploitation film, all I think about is like maybe like snuff. But maybe that's because I have like a dirty mind. I don't know. I'm really excited for this though, because there's nothing that I love more than a closeted gay person being like, I'm gay. This reminds me of myself. You know what I mean? We have more gay stuff. Is it surprising? No. This is a book called This Is My Body by Lindsay King Miller. The description on this says that it's a gripping, emotional, and darkly funny queer horror novel about family trauma and possession. What do I love more, Tiffany, than like queer stuff and possession? Oh, and family stuff. That sounds like it's for me. The title, the cover, like, this is my body. What? This is about Bridget. Bridget is a single gay mom. She's a leslie. She has cut ties with her extremist, like, religious family. They seem like they were like into freaky deaky shit, like those like Protestants who like go on the street and like, God is for F slur. You know what I mean? Or God is for F slur. I would love it if those signs said that. If those signs were like, God loves homos. It's like those people who are like, God hates all gay people, right? So she's like avoided her family. She's cut ties. She's like, I want nothing to fucking do with you guys. She's happy she's done that for herself. But then she's also happy that she's done that for her daughter, whose name is Dylan. Dylan, though, one day starts acting really strangely, like freaking out, and like seems to have like some kind of like unnatural violence, right? Which I don't know what that means, but it seems freaky deaky. When all of this happened, Bridget is reminded of when she was a kid and she had like a similar thing happen to her. And they did like an exorcist on her, specifically this guy named Angus, his name is Angus. She had like the same thing happen to her. They did like an exorcism and it fixed the problem. And so she's like, is this that? So she has no choice really but to go to her family to be like, my daughter is like possessed by a demon. Can you guys like help me out? And in doing so, she starts to uncover things about her family and about herself and about her childhood. Bro, love. The premise of a mother who's desperate but has to go back to like this base of trauma, it seems. So this one comes out on August 5th. Once again, 15 days after my birthday. Next up, we have Lucky Day by Chuck Tingle. This one comes out on August 12th. What is that? That's like 22 days after my birthday. I'm gonna stop. I'm excited for this because I really, really love Camp Damascus. Wasn't a huge fan of Bury Your Gays. Like, I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was anything special though, but I can understand why somebody would like it. But this, first of all, the cover, stunning. Once again, Chuck, who gave you permission to turn me on? In this, we're following a woman named Vera. Vera is a survivor, right, of this event called the Low Probability Event. No idea what that is. Doesn't explain it in the synopsis. I don't know. Either way, she's a survivor of that. And she was like once a professor, but like, I don't think she is anymore. She's not really like in it to win it. She's just there, but she's not thriving. She's not striving. She finds no meaning in life until this like employee worker or agent named Lane comes knocking on her door. And it says the only one who can help him uncover the connection between deadly spates of absurdity and an improbably lucky casino. What's happening in Vegas isn't staying there, and the world is at risk of another disaster. I don't know what that means, Tiffany. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this synopsis. And it's like, it's kind of annoying how like vague it is, and like how it just like says a bunch of bullshit, and you're supposed to be like, okay, I understand what's going on. No, who fucking understands that? That's like not a thing that people fucking understand, is it? No. Whoever wrote this synopsis should be ashamed. They should be ashamed. I'm still gonna buy it. Don't worry. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm just annoyed that the synopsis is so actually fucking bad. Like, give me a little bit more than that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Let's move on. Next up, we have a book called House of Monstrous Women by Daphne Fama. This book, I think, is set in the Philippines, which I love because I don't know if I've ever read a book set in the Philippines. I don't think I have. This looks so good because, first of all, the cover and the title, stunning. Second of all, sounds fucked up. So this is about a young woman who was drawn into a dangerous game after being invited to the maze-like home of her childhood friend, a rumored witch, in this gothic horror set in 1986 Philippines. You know that clip of Cameron Diaz where she's like, my best friend was from the Philippines? This book is about Josephine. Josephine is orphaned after her father's political career basically goes up in smoke. And so it's just her and her brother, her older brother. Her brother is in Manila, right? But Josephine gets, by the way, it's also like the 80s. Josephine gets a letter or like a message from her friend, one of her good friends, being like, hey, come over to the house. We'll play games like we used to, which is kind of suspicious. So Josephine goes there knowing that her friend is allegedly a witch. People create rumors about this family, about how they can like, ooh, they'll send out hexes. They'll curse whoever you want them to. They're witches. Ugh. Josephine goes. And she kind of expects there to be some fuck shit with the house, you know what I mean? But she doesn't expect it to be quite as fuck shitty as it really is, because the house is like a labyrinth. The house is sentient in some way. So when she gets there, I'm assuming it's like explained that if she can defeat the house, she'll get whatever she desires. But if the house wins, the house will eat her blood. I think it's kind of fun. That it's like a house is going to eat you. Isn't that what Monster House is about? Anyway, I never saw that movie. This sounds so good. This is coming out, I believe, on the 12th of August. This next book is coming out on the 19th of August, and it's The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Canas. I read her first book, her debut. I think it was her debut. And I thought it was whatever. I think I gave it 3 stars. I was like, this was whatever. This is fine. I never read the second book because I was not that interested. Although people did tell me that it was really good. So if you think I should get the second book, let me know. This book, I might pick up. It kind of calls to me. What can I say? First of all, the cover, stunning. Okay, possession? You know, I'm a big sucker for a possession type of thing, Tiffany. How could I say no? And then the synopsis. Sounds crazy. The only thing I'm worried about is if there is like a romance, because in her first book, a big part of it was the romance, and I was not living for it. I'm like, keep the horror and the romance separated, or tell me up front, tell me right off the fucking gate that this shit's gonna be romance. It's 1765, right? It's like the olden days, and I'm assuming it's in Mexico. We have our girl, Alba. Alba and her family and her boyfriend, go to find refuge in some mines. There's like a plague breaking out right in her city, and nobody got time for that. Her and her family go to the mines. They expect that they would be safe, but they're not. The mines are like the mines are kind of evil, I think, because Alba starts experiencing like all of this weird stuff, like hallucinations. She finds that she has no control over her own body. She might be becoming possessed by a demon. I think this is gonna be a horror romance, which I'm not obsessed with, especially because it's like a hetero one, and like, no thank you. Apparently she also, Alba, has a cousin. I think they're cousins. So Elias, haunted by a troubled past, comes to Mexico. Alba, as his cousin's betrothed. Okay. They're not cousins. Thank fucking God. If they were cousins, I was gonna scream. They're not cousins. It's his cousin's like affianced. Okay, so Carlos must be, this is a whole thing. I don't know why I'm getting so far into this, but either way, he's like in love with her and he's like obsessed with her, and he thinks that there's like tension or whatever. I think he's fucking delusional. I haven't read the book and I think he's delusional. I'm looking at Goodreads and it says historical romance / thriller / mystery. I should have read the genres. Is it genre or genre? Okay, Tiffany, I'm so excited for this. First of all, let's talk about the cover. Okay, it's called Bed and Breakfast by A.M. Kerbosh. Look at the cover. Oh, I love a creepy doll type of situation. I don't want them in my house. There's a quote that says, I want to go back to where we were. I want a do-over. I want to forget the past 11 months that ever happened. This is about a lovely, beautiful, gorgeous married couple. Their names are Nolan and Emma. Nolan is going with his wife, Emma, to this bed and breakfast place, right? He wants to forget about what's been going on. He wants to forget about this horrible, terrible thing that happened. We don't know what it is. I kind of feel like maybe it was like a miscarriage, or maybe somebody died. I don't know. He wants to rekindle things in his marriage because things aren't going right. Things aren't going the way he wants them to. Nolan is willing to do anything to make his wife happy again. It says that this is a story about obsession and struggling to let go. I love that. I feel like this is going to be some horror shit. This is going to be some fucked up shit. He's going to do the weirdest shit to try to make his wife happy. I love that. This also is coming out August 1st. Now we're going into September, Tiffany. Buckle your seatbelts, okay? Get ready for this. The next book we have is Fiend by Alma Katsu. I need you to know, Tiffany, I've never read any Alma Katsu, but I really want to. I need to. And I don't know what's stopping me. Do you think it's like me? Do you think I'm getting in my own way? I think I am. This sounds so good. So usually Almakatsu is like a historical girly, like she likes historical horror. This time we're talking about the modern world. We're talking about a present day horror novel. This is about this family. This family, I think there's like a father and then like 3 children. I think they're all grown pretty much, but the family has this business, has this life that's very blessed. Things just kind of always go their way. Like, you know, those girlies who are like the theory of luck or what, I forget what they say, but they're like, I'm lucky, I'm really lucky. And then like lucky shit starts happening to them. That's this family, except they're not like manifesting it. They're like, it just happens. They don't have to say that they're lucky. They just know they are. And the children, there's 3 of them. Like I said, the oldest one, I think is a male, a dude. He's going to inherit everything. The second oldest, her thing is that she's going to marry strategically, right? And then the youngest is to stay out of the way. But to this family's horror and dismay, the luck seems to start drying up. Things don't go the way they're supposed to. Things start to get out of hand. And it says that the family begin to splinter, each hatching their own secret scheme. They didn't get to be one of the richest families in the world without spilling a little blood, but this time it might be their own. This reminds me of Ready or Not, but like sans the wedding, sans the whole thing, because that family was like cursed, blessed. You know what I mean? I'm really excited for this. It comes out September the 16th. Which is it's a very long time from when we are now, Tiffany, but be patient. I think it will come fast. Almakatsu, I haven't read anything from her, but who I feel as though she's one of those authors that's like an auto love. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say anything bad about Alma. I should read her books. I really should. Anyway, the next book that we have is called The Mean Ones by Tatiana Schlott-Bone. Do I own one of her books? I think I do. So this cover is crazy. Tatiana, it's fucking crazy. You're crazy, girl. This though comes out on September 30th. We're talking a long time from now, but it sounds so good. This is about a girl named Sadie. Like, so what if she can hear dead animals talking to her? So what if she can hear a man's voice in her head? So what? Her therapist is like, it's PTSD. Don't even worry about it. So she doesn't. And like, that's the thing too. Like, the murders were so long ago. It was like 19 years ago when those murders happened. What is she supposed to do? Sure, her name used to be Sabrina. Now it's Sadie. Get with the program. So Sadie is a physical therapist assistant, right? She lives like a normal, everyday kind of fucking life. She's got a boyfriend whose name is Lucas. Of course it's Lucas. Lucas is the most boring fucking name. Anyway, why did I suddenly become very angry at the fact that her boyfriend's name was Lucas? I don't know, Tiffany. Her boyfriend's name is Lucas, okay? And he is spontaneous. He's fun. He's great. He's like the kindest person that she's ever met, unless he's drunk. Then he's kind of a douche. But like that, who cares? It's not a big deal. And her boyfriend, Lucas is like, let's go to a cabin. Everything's gonna be so cool if we go to a cabin or whatever. They go, and our girl, Sadie, Sabrina, she starts to notice that the voices in her head are getting a bit louder and that there's something like stalking her. A strange figure stalks her during the night. And the male voice in Sadie's head keeps calling and asking her to do things she's never fathomed. Sadie's not sure if it's her paranoia or something else entirely, but she's sure of one thing. This time, she's not going to sit idly by as everything starts to unravel. You go, Sadie. Sadie, good for you, girl. This sounds crazy, dude. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Mary, but maybe less fucked up. I don't know. Okay, we have one more book left, and this one comes out fucking October, dude. The 28th of October. I know it's kind of a jump, but either way, this one comes out in October, and I'm so excited. So excited. This is Hazelthornne by C.G. Drews. I think this is the only YA that I have on my list. I'm not like feeling the YA right now, but I need this book because one, the cover, and then also C.G. Drews wrote Don't Let the Forest In, which I have not read, but I've heard such good things about it. Like, people always recommend it to me, and I do have it, and I will read it. I'm just waiting for fall. I just want to read it during fall. Is that crazy? Is that wrong? I kind of hope that this one as well is gay. is it wrong for me to want it to be gay? I'm also like kind of upset that it comes out in October. Like, why? Just like let it come out sooner than that. Like, why let it come out so late in the year? Have you ever thought about like letting it come out today? In Hazelthornne, we're following Evander. He was taken in by his relative when he was a child. His relative, though, is like really rich. He lives in this huge, ginormous mansion with his benefactor. I guess it's kind of like an Annie situation, maybe. I don't know if they're actually like related or what, but he lives there. It's this huge thing. And the dude who owns it, like the billionaire guy, has like 3 rules, right? 3 rules that Evander has to follow. Rule number 1, never leave the estate. Rule number 2, he can never go into the gardens. Rule number 3, he can never be alone with Byron, who is the billionaire, his charming, underachieving grandson, Laurie. I guess they're not related because I think Laurie and Evander are going to be like a thing. That last rule is in place because Laurie, God bless his heart, tried to murder Evander like 7 years ago. So they're like, well, you can't be alone with this fucking psycho. You can't do it because he will kill you. So that's like one of the rules. But Evander is still absolutely gobsmacked and obsessed with Laurie. And I kind of love that. My toxic ass loves that kind of shit where it's like, oh my God, he tried to kill me. But also like he's kind of hot. I love that shit. I don't know why. Anyway, but then Byron, which is such a millionaire kind of name, like Byron, please. Anyway, Byron gets murdered or he dies, right? And Evander is the beneficiary of the mansion, of his estate, of everything, which is kind of crazy because I don't think he's related by blood. But anyway, and in the will, it says that he has to choose somebody from Laurie's family to be like a guardian or like somebody to look after him until he turns 18, and then he can fully become the owner of all these things or whatever. But Evander thinks that Mr. Byron, the billionaire, was murdered, and he's gonna find out who did it along with this psychopath named Laurie, who Evander wants to fuck. I'm so excited for this. I love rich people problems. I wish I had them. I can't get over the cover. I don't think I ever will. Oh, also I forgot to mention, in this, the garden is like evil. Anyway, Tiffany, my friends, my family. Thank you so much for being here today with me, for spending time with me and listening to me ramble. Let me know in the comments if you think about these books as well. Let me know if you have any others that you would recommend that I check out. Also, thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, a wonderful life, Tiffany. I will see you in my next in my next video. Bye. I'll see you later, Tiffany. Bye.